Namaste, Namaskar, beautiful souls. Welcome to my channel, Gypsianmoon. I am Akriti, and in today's reading, we will be looking into what's your heart's desire. Alright, so the inner guidance coming in, gentle messages, nudges, messages of encouragement coming in from your higher self for you through your heart chakra. Alright, with a lot of love and angelic assistance and guidance along with support. All right, so that's the gist of it. I have a few oracles, love oracles also, affirmations, tarot for clarifying. All right, so this is number one, reading number one with Jade, number two with Malachite, and number three with Aventurine. All right, so see which one are you feeling drawn towards the most. The close-ups of each card will be at the beginning of each reading, so if you want to look at them, you can go through them. Also, timestamps will be below. I'll give you the time to decide which one calls out to you the most, and let's begin and dive right in. Alright, so I'll see you soon. Hello, number one, for those who are drawn to this card with Jade, and it says, be the bigger person. So the card which you were drawn towards, this is saying to be compassionate, to choose your battles also. Sometimes it is wiser not to get in the nitty-gritty of trying to prove yourself right. So, being the bigger person, what does that mean to you? Think about it. In which arena of your life or a particular situation which is asking you to be the bigger person? And with that also, the other end is also asking how much is healthy to tolerate? How much more can we take? All right. So that's one thing which is coming through with the Jade. Beautiful energy over here. Whenever I think of Jade, it always like due to its massive usage in certain areas in Asia, it just has that oriental music which starts playing, or the infusion and the feeling that listening to those melodies, that's the feeling that gets instilled whenever I think or see Jade. All right, so now before we begin with the oracles and to understand what's your heart's desire, let's just cleanse the energy a bit. Spirit, for those who were drawn to card number one with Jade, what are their heart's true desire? We have deceit coming in reverse, number 25. It's a very good card because this talks about any kind of deceit which was happening externally and also internally, the sabotage which may be occurring internally, to be a little more discerning over that. Negativity, self-doubt clogs our honesty or truth also when the ego goes on an overdrive. So deceit coming in reverse is this thirst for truth, how things really are, stepping aside from the masks, from the facades, from the deception, and truth emerging. Your heart also knows that a new information, certain news is coming your way, is something which is coming through, or this is this thirst to, this quest for finding out the truth. It also feels like Eight of Swords coming in reverse, that the illusion, stepping away from illusion is something which is coming in. Steer clear of drama is coming through. This is saying a person, if it's not internal deceit which is occurring, this is your heart telling you that someone around you, you need to re-examine or observe this particular person to actually understand their intentions through their actions, not just words. All right, that came through. What else? And with 25, which is 2 and 5, when you add it together is 7. But 2 talks about balance, and 5 talks about transformation, and 7 talks about spirituality. So I feel in a balance, reducing the, receding the inner sabotage also, tendencies, being more honest with your own self brings in that change outwardly as well. Ready to see how things really are, to look at things for how they really are, and then make an assessment which is for the highest good for you and those around you too. All right. What else? Okay. This one. And we have strategy all tied up, 23, 21. Interesting. For some reason, I was just asked to flip it over and see what is over here. And all the cards, there's two, a space of gap of two, which leads to the other. Interesting. So, with the all tied up, this is saying you have the scissors to uncoil yourself from toxic situations or things which have been hindering your growth, holding you back, and you need to release that. Even maybe taking on too much responsibilities on behalf of others, also doing it all alone, wherein you have a team available. Just saying, and all that's required is for you to share the responsibility a bit so that you have the time to strategize. One heart's desire is also coming through as the lack of strategy. So the focus on thinking about what to do next, about taking action in accordance to a plan. This could also be telling that we need to revisit a certain bullet points that we made to reassess the process that we had as a blueprint. And with the 1 and 2, the way 21 is being placed when it's coming in reverse, this is also saying initiate a more balanced plan, or even sometimes, like, we have too much to-do list that we make because we got excited, but it's too much of an overachievement. So be easy on yourself, declutter the plan a little, make it a little more simplistic, a little more achievable, is something which is coming through over here. With these two cards over here, and be the bigger person also coming in, it's almost like there's a lack of focus on what's important for blossoming abundance in your life because of certain kind of external drama that may be going on, and it may be affecting you in terms of stress or feeling a little hurt. Imbalance is coming in. So being the bigger person is also an act of forgiveness which is coming through, letting go of any subsequential resentment which may be there, so that you are more clearer, more at peace with yourself as you plan ahead is something which is being said quite strongly over here. There's a need to find more balance in life, and how can we cultivate that? Certain kind of brainstorming will be really good right now, and it is also telling you to prioritize your own dreams, aspirations, and desires. Once again, is something which is coming through. One more thing which is coming through, interesting how much this is saying. I just feel one thing, while you're making decisions for forging a plan for your own self, it is also important to listen to your own inner guidance. While many will have a lot of advice and feedback and all of that, use your discernment and don't follow them blindly, is something to be aware of, all right? So, what else, Spirit? How are you assisting, number one, to understand or excel their heart's desire, in their heart's desire? Wow. All right, we'll take this one. This is so beautiful because beginning of the reading, like this is the first reading that I'm doing, and we have bright heart light, open connections, number 18 coming in, and number 45 with brilliant beliefs, luminous life force, personal power. They are, spirit is guiding you in regaining your personal power with everything which was deceptive coming out on the in the open, truths being revealed, secrets coming up, people confessing in a certain way, or the receipts now following up. It's giving you evidence and more confidence to go towards what you truly aspire to become or to achieve, to go towards. And with the heart chakra also being opened up, healing which is coming in, a lot of healing of the heart chakra which is occurring now, where the fears are melting away and more inner resilience, inner self-governance, clarity, self-sufficiency, empowerment over here. A deeper connection with your own truth, with your own higher self is being established, and angels are supporting you in all of this through during this transformative time where you become your truer version, empowered version. As the heart fog clears, I also feel as the deceptive energy in your life is being illuminated, angels' guides are also bringing in caring friendships and relationships into your life. And even new love may be on the horizon. And they're saying it's time to release your hesitation, let yourself trust and open up to the honoring support all around you. This is actually a very powerful card for manifestation. Inner belief system which is getting a reboot, and this time around it's bringing in powerful transformation. There was too much wax which was melted, so I just um, let that slide out. So it's in a way quite symbolic to the reading which is going on, where we are making space now for love, miracles, abundance to start flowing into our life, and that requires certain kind of clearing. of every kind, energetic clearing which is occurring. Also, what was within us, we are letting it out now, venting it out somehow or the other, bringing in certain kind of release where we are relaxing and also lessening the pressure that we may be putting upon our own self. All right? All right. Let's see what's your heart's desire when it comes to love. Okay, we'll do it again. All right. Look at these two. We have past life relationship. You have known each other before and stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. You could be, new love could be coming in and a significant divine connection could be coming through. Also, this is your heart recognizing if you are in a particular relationship at this moment that yes, it is deep. Someone from your past also could be coming in, or a past life soulmate could also be entering, or this is confirmation that you have known each other in past lifetimes and there were certain karmic contracts and lessons which had to be learned. It was most significant or is most significant than the success of this relationship in particular, because whether you want to carry it forward or not is a choice. But this is a recognition coming in that each and every person in our life has a role to play. Some are good, some are bad, some exit, some stay. And karma also has its way of playing out in different lifetimes. So, what I feel over here with this being said is there's certain things which may not make sense right now, and you may be contemplating why did it happen to me. One thing which is being said is there wasn't any other way, but it just had to be. So, it just had to pan out that way. Maybe the answer to the why may never be sufficient enough to justify what occurred. How we can control its effect on us is what we can take from it, learn from it as we move forward. If you're single, this is also saying your heart is telling you to be a little optimistic, cast a wider web, or at least be open to meeting new people. Different kind of people is also something which is coming through. You never know who you may click with. That's coming in. I also feel one more thing. Your heart desires something deeper, something long term, something more meaningful, which is no longer surface level, which fulfills you, gives, aspires you to be better, to grow, feel good about your own self and about life, which allows you to thrive and does not drain you or make you feel all tied up. Personal freedom, even in a love relationship, is very much important. All right. Through Tarot Spirit, what is number one's heart's desire? Oh, too much. We have Nine of Wands coming through. So this is where it is like it's a little bit of a contrast which is there. Your heart also desires to be guarded a little, to, to be a little cautious, to let go of guilt it has been holding on to, feeling wounded for a very long time. It wishes to be a little less skeptic and to feel enabled to let go of the gods, to allow a kindred spirit to bond with it. And in another scenario, it also says it wants you to protect it. In a particular situation where it is getting disrespected or was disrespected. One more card, please. Instead of saying tread carefully in a new situation, this is saying tread forward slowly. That's coming in. And we have the King of Cups coming through. How beautiful is this? Yeah, it's exactly what I said over here. King of Cups is some. I wish the banging had stopped. With the King of Cups coming in, it is someone who is very responsible, family oriented, someone who gives their shoulder to cry, is the best friend for everyone, go to person, a lot of emotional responsibility that this person has. But on juxtaposing that, this is the kind of king who has a little trouble expressing themselves emotionally, or they like to test the waters a lot before they finally start expressing the feelings. But the feelings do run very, very deep, which is why they take a lot of time to feel secure, to entrust another person with their feelings and emotions. So, with that comes in longevity, that someone is seeking something deeper, something more meaningful, beyond the sparks and the flings and the flutter of all of that. Your soul desires, your heart desires something stable, something pure, which adds value to your life and not subtract from it. To be guarded when it comes to players, but to have that discerning power to recognize a pure soul and pure intentions coming from unconditional love, to feel safe, to share that unconditionality with another person. That's what's coming through, and you will be meeting this person soon if you haven't already. If you are in a partnership, your soul really desires to be able to communicate, relate to your partner telepathically, more to feel more in sync emotionally, to be able to resonate with one another and create more peace and harmony. And your heart doesn't want to fight anymore. It is tired of shielding itself. It wants to learn the lessons, for you to acknowledge the lessons of past experiences, and to have the strength and faith to open up to newer connections coming your way if you're single, or a newer way to relate to your own partner if you are coupled. Lastly, let's look into From the Heart. This deck is of affirmations and it's called From the Heart. So let's see affirmations coming in from the heart for you. We have I actually wanted to speak about it, but since I talk about inner child healing quite a bit, so I didn't. But this says, I nurture the child within me. I am complete, whole, and secure. I am loved. I am wise. I am safe. One more. Thank you. My heart resonates with the wonderful beat of the universe. How beautiful is this? Being in cosmic flow, not rushing or pushing things, knowing that the transformations laid out for you are there for your growth, for more blessings to be bestowed. And not just in love, your heart's desire is to find more meaning in your life, to find, to rekindle how you feel about your career, the passion which may be missing, wishes to be reignited once more. Think again why you started, because a reminder, a refreshment is important in the perception, is something which is coming through, and your heart desires to remain open to feel the joy of fulfillment and to find happiness even when things are, even if times are trying for you, and to rejoice in the moment, in the moment of liberation that comes from certain truths which now arise. That's what's coming through. Keep an open heart and mind is the gist coming through over here. So I hope this was beneficial for you and that it resonated. If not, feel free to pick another pile and I'll see you again soon. Until next time, Om Namah Shivaya. Keep that vibe. Hi, my lovely Moonians. Hello, number 2, for those who were drawn to the Malachite card, and it says it's time to transform. So with this, 555 is coming into my mind and 1155 also coming in. Maybe someone may like to look into those angel numbers. Malachite is really good for the heart chakra, obviously, but reinforces confidence also, how you articulate with other people, especially with compassion, and gives you a lot of strength. With this one also, like a lot of internal confidence comes in with malachite. Like whenever I've used it, it's also broadened my mindset when it came to my career. Very career oriented energy comes in with malachite, apart from the beautiful significance and blessings and guidance support this crystal brings in. All right, so that's that. Before we begin the reading, let's just cleanse the space. So, for card number 2, what is their heart's desire? There's no space for any negativity or negative entity. This is a protected space calling in positivity and good vibrations of the highest frequency. Saying that you need to protect your energy is coming through. All right, we have hostilities coming in reverse, number 26 coming in, which is a reminder for you to armor yourself a little and equip yourself to stand for and fight for what you want and desire coming in. I kind of stopped because I was trying to find the word. Your heart's desire, one thing which is coming in with the hostilities coming in reverse, your heart's desire is to walk away or step aside from certain kind of chaos which may be going on externally in your environment. Because it's also in sync with what the card says, which talks about an end to the hostilities that you may be facing, and that is also in sync with what your heart's desires, to shift the energies around, and even your own energy which is transforming as this internal shift is being orchestrated and supported by the universe. There's no need to use aggression, rather channel it and rather channel it towards a certain kind of action you have to take as things get better slowly. And this card also says that this card encourages you, letting you know that the inner vibrations are changing and the situation will be resolved. So transformation is coming in even as your own take uh, changes, your perception changes, your energy towards a particular situation changes. Like you may be pulling your attention away if it has been causing a little bit of stress, and that inducing certain kind of inner balance and the situation, a resolution which will be reached creatively, thinking out of the box or something or the other. But yeah, your heart desires more peace, calm, cooperation is something which is coming through to find a resolution to transform a particular situation you may be finding yourself in. What else? We have Door to Spirit, number 32 coming through. Also, one thing with the 2 and 3, which are being placed the way they are, your heart also desires to balance things out, find more harmony, to feel happier, joyful, and light-hearted once again, because we may be a little too serious of late, which may be leaving a little weird aftertaste. Your heart truly desires for peaceful moments. It may be feeling too distracted at this moment with worldly matters or problems, and it just wants you to let go of drama, distractions, intense emotions, so that you can relax and even have a deeper sense of spiritual connection. Especially also if your intuition is kind of failing at this moment. There's a deep sense of wanting to meditate and to build a deeper connection with your higher self, with that inner voice of yours. The sense of chaos, messiness, drama seems to be more external, which is why we're not being able to connect with our own self internally, and that's what's being signified over here. With this deck, we'll be seeing how spirit is assisting you in achieving or supporting your heart's desire. So spirit, for number 2, let us know a few things or two. Spirit just said uh, to the viewer, like through me, to me, so which was to the viewer, you already know how we are assisting you. Why do you want to know? Is it for a confirmation or for reigniting your faith in us? So when they say something like that, it showcases to me as a reader that, wow, look at this, that they assist you. You have a avid connection with spirit, with angels, and they have different ways of supporting and guiding you on a day-to-day basis. So that's being reaffirmed over here with number 6, and the difference between the two, 26 and 32, is also 6. And I was thinking about worldly things, and like, how 6 being Venus, how it influences how we view the materialistic world, how are we providing for ourselves, how does that add value or meaning to us, and uh, all of that. So anyways, it's interesting that 6 is coming through. So we have angelic assistance, divine guidance, loving support over here. And at the bottom, we have precognition, psychic ability, future vision, number 13 coming in. 1313 is a very profound angelic number also. But anyways, with yeah, there's this need of you to enhance your intuition, and it will come in as the outside noise is mellowed down. You can ask your angels for certain kind of resolution or reassurance through meditation also. And during that particular meditation, you can use angelite, selenite for higher divination, even labradorite or lapis lazuli will be very nice as you do your meditation to enhance your focus also. So with the angel coming in over here, this is just saying that your guides are whoever you believe in higher power. They are with you at each and every step that you're taking. They are with you, guiding you. Listen in, connect, recommit to your spiritual journey too. It is an essential part of this life experience that you're having as a human. I just want to read a little bit of from this. Whether you're working on a physical issue or a difficult relationship, the angels bring clarity and healing. So stop resisting and open up to their very real power. Invite them to walk with you through your day. Ask for their guidance, energy, and joyous resolutions. Interesting resolutions coming in again. Then let yourself stop and take a moment to receive. You will be amazed by the healing, peace, and inspiration that comes your way. Ask for their assistance and open up to their healing, love, and support coming through for you. Interesting. in a way, on a practical level, maybe it could be your heart may be desiring certain kind of expedition, mental or quite physically also, but a certain kind of spiritual retreat, to go to certain spiritual places like temples or old sites, ancestral sites, which are profoundly embedded and thriving in such portals and energy, and to sit there, soak in that purity, and to feel refreshed and to feel a little more connected with the divine and the cosmos. That will also be very beautifully rejuvenating and healing for you. That's also somewhere down the line coming through. All right, in terms of love, let's see what your heart desires. We have religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. I feel that one thing with the hostilities coming in reverse and the religious factors, could be that you're pursuing a path which is different to what your family line has followed, and that may be making you feel a little underconfident. But this is saying you know your passion, you know your desire, you know your talents and skills, and you have to stop seeking outside validation and validate yourself on your own as you choose this path that is calling you. That's coming through. One thing which was just said, well, as I was shuffling, come back. One thing which was being said, whether family, whether a partner or something, um, being religious. So their, in a way, their ideology of spirituality being a little orthodox, wherein your approach to spirituality may be a little more esoteric. How do I say it? It's almost like this hitch of being judged as eclectic, which someone needs to let go of, overcome. That's coming through. We have wedding coming in. This situation involves marriage. So with the it's time to transform, could be your heart truly desires to for you to take the next step in your relationship, or the next one that you, it's just saying like, your heart's desire is to get married perhaps, or to find a life partner, wherein you could have been resisting getting married and all of that because you felt a family pressure, societal pressure was being put onto you. But this is saying, for some, that you actually want to get married, but due to past experiences or your understanding of how things are, you feel that your freedom will be taken away as you enter a relationship, as it's very consuming and so much responsibility. I feel somewhere down the line internally, the juxtaposing is coming in, feeling a little agitated about the whole thing, but internally you're very calm and responsive to getting married and opening that portal, wherein consciously you may be a little still resistant about it, or wanting a few more years before you open to this ideology. But subconsciously you are getting prepared, is something which is coming through, or you are more receptive than you may think to this school of marriage. All right, okay. What else? We have getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. So, yes, it could also be with hostilities coming in reverse. I feel also like if there was certain kind of miscommunication, conflict going on, your heart really desires to understand where this person is coming from, because your upbringing may be affecting the way you are approaching your relationship, your connection, and what you're understanding of it. While you both want the same thing, if you're coupled up, there's a little bit of miscommunication, misunderstanding, which needs to be cleared up through a heart to heart conversation. Also, in terms of love, you want someone, you desire someone who you can be your true self with, your weirdest aspects, also, goofy side, and all of that, where you can relax and be yourself, and not in a situation or with a partner where you have to feel that you have to remain vigilant, that you have to keep safeguarding your heart in terms of getting hurt and then having more conflicts and fights and all of that. Someone who gets you naturally, rather than you repeatedly explaining yourself and that just going above their head kind of a thing is coming through. Someone who's like minded, or at least has a good take on life. Someone you don't feel that you are constantly walking on eggshells with, for that kind of a thing. Someone you can relax with and not perplexed with at all times. You'll also, this time around, you won't be jumping into getting things into order on the road, hitting the road just as we meet. You'll take the time to understand each other, the new person, the next person entering your life, and not just looking at compatibility on paper, but on a deeper sense of how much you can gauge with each other. The willingness is what you are also searching for, which brings in reciprocity from another person as much as you are involved. Oh, how lovely is this? The card coming out, tarot card coming out for clarifying or bringing more clarity is the Knight of Cups. How beautiful. Your heart desires a new experience in love, to express in love, to offer that cup of love to someone special. It's ready to go on a new journey of togetherness, of being hitched, perhaps also. I just heard someone gasping, so it's also like, instead of thinking like marriages are like they make you hostile and all of that, it's almost like someone who's now thinking, how do marriages actually work? How did my parents or certain successful relationships, marriages, who've been together for decades, but still the love is so fresh and playful and deep also. How do we get that mixture together? How do we know? So someone who's doing a little bit of research is also somewhere down the line coming through. And we have the shadow side coming in reverse. It's the devil card coming in reverse. So the devil card coming in reverse is again your heart's desire to let go of the cycles, repeated patterns which have been going on, which have been keeping you hostile, restricted. Certain addictions, habits, your heart really wants to be free from. And certain kind of shadow work which will be very beneficial to not repress your emotions of any kind, for you to become open once again and for things to start transforming in your life, because there's certain kind of resistance which is coming through for the next step, for the next chapter. In a way, your heart's desire is also for you to open up and recognize where you may be creating certain kind of restrictions for transformations to occur. And to also see the changes as positive. And not to feel scared of diving deeper within your own self. Because the deeper you go, and each thing that you unwrap, which you may have put aside, creating more emotional debris, the more we go through them, we come to a point where in the darkness opens a door towards light and a higher connection with the divine. All right, from the heart affirmations, we have I hear benevolent messages loud and clear. I am my own healer. How beautiful. And Malachite is really good for healing, especially when you're starting, along with rose quartz, which enhances more self-love and gentleness. This one gives you, it's that it gives you the backbone to undergo, and confidence, faith in your own self to undergo certain kind of reflection, where we may be unearthing certain pains and going to the source of where it was stemming from, and to be able to heal that, embalm that, and allow something new to grow from that. All right. Felt inspired to say that. These readings are turning out to be longer, but it's all right. One more, please. Oh, two more. All right. We have, I see clearly actions of manipulation. I see the truth. As discernment becomes a strong skill of yours. All right. And we have, I am clearly guided by the revered guardian who protects me always. And how lovely with the angelic assistance, this card is also coming through as an affirmation for you. You are protected, and angels are with you, supporting you, guiding you. And the next steps that you take towards your dreams, towards fulfillment, are vital. Stop resisting change. Embrace all that you are. Your light side, your shadow side, merge them together, bring them into balance. It makes you who you are, and you are unique. You are beautiful, a beautiful human being who deserves to be loved, who deserves a chance and opportunity to transform your life as per your desires. Also, one thing, express your wishes as your angels are listening in. All right? So help the universe help you and listen to your heart's beautiful song and dance along. I hope this was beneficial for you and that it resonated. If in case it didn't, feel free to pick another pile. And I hope to see you again. Until next time, Om Namah Shivaya. Keep that vibe high, my lovely Moonians. Hello, number 3, for those who were drawn to the Aventurine card. And the message says, create your own luck. How beautiful is that? So, with that cue, your heart's desire is also to choose a path of your own liking, to turn things around, to take command of your life, to step into that leadership role, whether internally, personally, or professionally, coming in. Entrepreneurial energy also coming through, creativity also, which is getting spurred up, a lot of inspiration coming in with a little bit of playfulness, light-hearted energy. Let's just try it, is something which is being said. So it also makes me feel as though you are quite connected. For some, you're quite connected with your inner child, and from time to time that when you ask yourself what you want to do, and you there's this voice which is inspired to do something fun, and you do that, you go along with that, that is being encouraged and appreciated, is something which was being said. Before we begin unraveling what's your heart's desire, let's just cleanse the place. Thank you, Spirit. Now let's begin. What is number 3's heart's desire? Wow, okay. I like this. Of all the 3 cards readings, this one is the most connected to your heart, to your inner self, to your higher self, to that inner voice, that guidance, soulful voice guiding you. I feel you navigating through lives, even life. I said lives. That's interesting, but navigating through life with that inner voice in sync, connected with that inner voice, and I like that. All right, so we have heartbroken, broken heart coming in reverse. A number 9, which looks like a 6 over here, and this is talking about healing, which has been adorned, which has been undergone. And as a reward, as an acknowledgement, this is being said, the hard work is now going to pay off. That's what's coming in, fruits of labor paying off finally. That could be a desire also, innermost desire too. It, in a way, also somewhere down the line spoke to me of reconciliation. Even your heart may be desiring to reconnect, refurbish, if that's the right word, amend a relationship with the father, with your parents or parent figures, whether here on earth or in spirit. So that's what's coming in, healing that way is coming through. And also when this comes in reverse, this is a reassurance coming from your heart that the universe has much better things in store for you. So finish letting go of any residual grief and open your life to your new self-loving intention. Joyous connections will follow. It is asking you to release any pain of the past and live with compassion for yourself. allowing love to heal and renew you now. Your heart desires certain kind of renewal. Wow, we have rest and rejuvenation number 19 also coming through. And 9 coming in twice. 919, 919 as an angel number could be of significance. But over here, 6 and 9 also, yin yang energy, inner balance, divine masculine, divine feminine energies. What does it mean to be feminine? What does it mean to be masculine? Not what the society or your upbringing has taught to you, but to understand what that means to you, for you, and where those aspects need to be utilized or even become aware of where they may be getting overutilized also, where we can tone it down. And your heart truly desires a period of rest to avoid any kind of burnout, to take care of your health, because your body is this vehicle, vessel that you have in the form of a human in this lifetime, to preserve it for longevity, for your health. And something, I was thinking of something else. Mm. Your heart may also be wanting to travel, to change the scenario, to retreat, go to hills, to connect with nature, to feel more grounded. Anything else that you want to say? Because I've been taking just 2 cards, just flash. We have number 43, man holding a coin. Your heart also desires to create a legacy, but not get pressurized or sidelined or one-tracked due to it, is something which is coming through over here. Financial stability, security is something which is getting a certain kind of attention and maybe a source of a little bit of stress. So how can we have 2-3 sources of income? Think about that. Take some time off with yourself. Brainstorm a little. You may have been taught what you can do. Like, this is the only path that you have to choose. But now you have to ponder and think what all else you can do. That's also coming in. Not just in terms of finances, how you're making money and all of that, but overall, a rebirth with nines talks about regeneration, rebirth, coming of your becoming your true self, certain kind of closure before a new beginning, all of that transitional period which is occurring, a moment of rest to ponder and reflect, to release and amend as you march forward. All right. So I want to see next how your angels and spirit are assisting or guiding you to attain your heart's desire. For number 3, for those who chose Aventurine, thank you. We have, oh wow, interesting. This is again at the bottom, number 32, and this one is precognition, sorry, psychic ability, future vision. So your third eye is opening up. All right, so this is number 32. It says power over difficulty, reclaiming your power, retreating where it's required, being a little hermit, especially if we have been socializing and all of that, connecting with the world overly, or too much stimuli which may be there, which we need to step away from for some time to reclaim our power, to strengthen our concentration, to soul search a little as we navigate towards a prosperous life. So, what we see over here is also any kind of obstacle, hurdle that may be there. Your angels are assisting you overcome that, overcoming fears and doubts also as your intuition increases, as your emotional strength also increases, being able enabling you to overcome any obstacle that may be there in front of you. Having the faith that you can do it because your angels, your spirit team truly believes in you and they are trying to reinstill that confidence, knowingness in you as you become more aware and in sync with your heart's desires, with your own truth, with what you truly deserve, and your life purpose. Interesting. Angels are assisting you to strike out your own self sabotaging patterns and to break free from any other limiting influences holding you down. Become conscious and courageous in your ongoing choices. You have the power now. They're helping you release toxic people and patterns from your life as you feel more empowered within your own self, in your choices, and in your relationships. And with this one and this one coming through, I feel a few. Your heart's desire is to truly sit with yourself, disengage with this person's energy, and think whether or not, for your own self, is the relationship of any kind that you may be questioning or maybe straining you a little or your life, is it actually worth your time and effort because your time is precious? That's something which is being said quite profoundly. All right, let's see what your heart desires when it comes to love with these love angel oracles. All right, we have unrequited love. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. I feel you are turning your luck around, especially if it was you found yourself in a situation which was quite one sided, or in terms of where the responsibility fell onto you and the other person became lethargic or took you for granted that you'll always be there and all of that. It's time now to stop adjusting yourself to other people's needs and desires and whims and fancies. You need to respect yourself, l- understand that this situation was for you to understand your limits, also the extent to which you can go, and also patience and all of that, and how touching base with reality, accepting things for how they are, even if the potential is really good. But sometimes, after certain time has passed, you have to assess things for how they really are and not on the basis of how they can be. That's something which is being said in particular. Every lesson in love only helps us love truly in the future, in the time to come, and even now. And that's the acknowledgement coming in, could be relevant for some. Could also be, if you do a vice versa, flip the situation around, you could feel that the other person loves you a lot, but for some reason, it isn't the kind of relationship, a person you were looking for. Maybe you're looking for something else, and your heart desires to speak that truth without fearing judgment. Because you both, irrespective of which end we may be at, you both deserve to feel loved and be able to uh, give and receive love happily. That's what's coming through. Because one strong thing coming in is that your heart may be desiring to venture on to something else. But first, we need to close a certain chapter, even if it's not an active one, but a past experience that we may be still holding on to, which is not enabling us to move forward, move on, and due to which we may not be able to give to the present situation, present connection that you're experiencing fully, because parts of us are still in the past. So that kind of a thing is coming through. Become aware of what you're saying also, because sometimes when we're talking negatively, those are vibrations that you're creating as a reality for yourself. So become aware of that also. All right. So the one which flipped out is let your friends help you, ask for and accept support from others. Your heart is saying that you don't have to do it alone. You can ask for help. And we have, this could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner you seek, or you will very soon, depending on your situation. So there are two scenarios which are over here. One where certain kind of balance needs to be restored. If that is not possible, then to close that chapter amicably for the higher betterment of both. And other side is where we are being able to restore the balance. Two three scenarios, because it's a general reading, where we are able to communicate and rekindle the friendship and not come from a place of hurt, and allow rekindling to occur with reconciliation as both parties become ready, willing to make things work together after a lot of challenges that have been overcome, even space that was taken. And over here I feel one more thing for this person who may be in an unrequited, one sided relationship, or even a situationship of sorts, where the other person is not ready to emotionally invest in you. When you find the one, it won't be always an uphill. Where in this situation right now that you currently find yourself in is completely uphill with so much restriction. Someone who is constantly so busy that you're not a priority for them. That kind of a element is coming in. And through friends also, you could be meeting the one. Chance encounters. So one thing which is being said is that your heart is saying, don't say no to an invitation. Just go and put yourself out there, and you never know how it may just change things around. And apart from all of that, if this is a certain kind of change, whether one-sided or not, it's not the issue. But if you find yourself contemplating whether to leave this person or not and all of that, your heart is telling you, just a slight reminder, you had a life before this person too. Remember who you were and who you are now. That is being specifically channeled coming in. Also, I feel like someone could be single or has it's like a transitionary period which is coming in. So there was a situation which was one-sided, so there were certain lessons which had to be learnt in love. Right now we are enjoying ourselves, being single as a pringle perhaps, dating or talking to new people, keeping an open mind, enjoying the friendships, and also spending time with your friends and family, all of that, which is really good vibe, and focusing on work and creating a life and being open-minded to finding the one. So it's all hopeful also, which is coming through, and this is really nice. Don't feel pressured. You'll know who's the one for you when you meet them, as you grow to understand them, and it won't be superficially difficult to make time for each other. Like, I don't know how to. There, even if this person is like, the willingness, you'll know. How do I explain it? Like, instead of giving you excuses, they'll give you reason why they are not free, on a particular day. It's like authenticity is what you're striving for, desiring now. And if it's wishy-washy, you don't really feel like entertaining it now. So you're in sync with that notion because you now understand your value and what you bring to the table. And if there's not as much recognition of that, then your heart desires for you to recognize the power you hold in a relationship by what you give into it and who you are as a partner, and to recognize that not everyone will have the strength or the earnesty to give you what you desire. When it comes to love, it is not difficult to love you. But I also feel an ease in seeing and exploring new options and all of that, and to now step into a healthy relationship whenever it comes into your life. So that's really good. All right, let's pull out a few tarot cards. Oh, we have Gemini with the lovers coming through. Divine soul connection, decision your heart truly desires, if especially if you are there could be two people you are soon to make a choice upon. So that decision needs to be made on your own is coming in. Any other clarifiers? Thank you. We have the world coming in reverse. It's a reassurance coming in that you will be victorious. That the search is not over yet, especially when it comes to love. A certain kind of completion which is required in order for a new chapter to begin. And during this period of transformation, transitioning, allow your friends and family to step in. All right, we have Two of Swords. Again, that decision making, which is important. Your heart truly desires to take everything into perspective and take the higher perspective to make a choice between an unending story, which they're rather like this unending story, which seems to go nowhere. It makes progress one step forward, two step back, or a hell to open up towards a healthier relationship style. A different kind of person that you're not usually interesting. Not usually, you haven't really dated before. So we have the Empress coming in. The lesson over here is to stand in your power and recognize who you are. To see anything which is transforming, even something which is coming to an end, as a period of point of liberation, of freedom, free to make choices. And we have 10 of Pentacles also coming in, stability coming through, long term fulfillment, happiness, legacy that will be created. Become aware and conscious of the choices that you're making. Out of self-love is important. Self-respect and self-love is important over here. Learn to love yourself first, coming through. All right. From the heart, affirmations. Let's see what affirmations coming in for you. All right. So first one we have, I accept. I accept my vulnerability. It strengthens my love of self. Being able to express ourselves, also becoming aware of our feelings and not feeling weak as we express ourselves or become vulnerable, but find emotional strength in being vulnerable and still feeling strong. All right. So the memory got full, storage got full, so I had to upload the videos and then delete them. So I don't know what I was talking about. I think I was talking about vulnerability. And then I went on to pull out another card. But one thing which I want to say, I am talking romantically, but it could also be something which is unfulfilling or stopping your own growth. It could be in any aspect in life. You have to find the strength to walk away from it, whether family dynamic, friendship, career, work relation, or a lover. That kind of a thing which is coming through because your soul truly desires something which emotionally fulfills you, brings you stability, clears your mind, and keeps you thriving in that state of growing and all, and stepping away from stresses, unnecessary stresses and situations and people who are draining you, because you are wanting, desiring as a life partner someone who is emotionally mature, available, emotionally open, expressive also. And there was another word which I had, and who also respects you and doesn't take advantage of your vulnerable side, and to draw healthy boundaries where it is required. That's also coming in. Let's take another affirmation card for you, coming from the heart. We have, I create loving action which sets my soul free as I grow with gratitude. How beautiful is that? At the bottom, we have, I acknowledge and express my emotions with ease and grace. Feeling secure enough within your own self to feel what you're feeling and not suppress it, and to be able to express yourself, feel safe and not fear judgment as you express your emotions to your loved ones, to your friends, to your lover, your life partner too. As a bonus, I just want to take out one particular card. I just want to see what guidance is coming in from spirit through your heart, for your heart too, for you to understand. Spirit, for those who chose card number 3, thank you so much. Passionate new beginning, something which is soul stirring, deep. Telepathic, where the physical intimacy is quite tantric, soul stirring, kundalini awakening. All right, we have passion, a magnetic and seductive quality surrounds you at present. Enjoy it. Divine feminine, which is rising, all the chakras which are aligning, and you aligning with your own soul truth, standing strong, sometimes stubbornly as well, knowing what's right for you, letting go of the baggage, burden of the past, and feeling calm, strengthened as you express, experience, and follow your passions. That's what's coming through. Your heart is truly ready to experience life fully on a day to day basis. Follow the cues of your body, and even those niggling feelings, dive a little deeper to understand and comprehend them, and from that place of understanding and higher perspective, make good choices and realistic decisions for yourself as you go forward. You're laying out a new foundation for life now. This is your heart's true desire coming forth for you. So I hope this resonated with you. And if not, then please feel free to select another pile. Until next time, Om Namah Shivaya. Keep that vibe. Hi, my lovely Moonians.